There was a time when dropping your phone on the ground wasn't scary because it was probably a Nokia. Before smartphones, before apps, before touchscreens changed everything, Nokia dominated the mobile world in a way that feels almost impossible to date. In the early 2000s, nearly every second phone sold on Earth came from one company. Nokia wasn't just popular, it was inevitable. Their phones were known for one thing above all else: reliability. They worked everywhere, they lasted for days without charging, and they almost never broke. For millions of people, Nokia wasn't just a brand, it was their first phone, their first text message, their first connection to the digital world. But while Nokia was busy perfecting the phone, someone else was reinventing what a phone could be. And within just a few years, the most dominant company in mobile history would begin to disappear. Nokia's story didn't begin with technology. It began in 1865 as a small paper mill in Finland, built near a river that powered its machines. Over the next century, the company reinvented itself again and again, producing rubber products, cables, televisions, and industrial electronics. Reinvention became part of Nokia's DNA, but the biggest transformation came in the 1990s. While many electronics companies diversified, Nokia made a radical decision: focus entirely on mobile communication. At the time, mobile phones were bulky, expensive, and far from mainstream. Most companies treated them as niche business tools. Nokia saw something different. They believed phones would become personal devices used by everyone. Engineers focused obsessively on usability. Buttons were designed for speed, menus were simplified, battery life became a competitive weapon, signal reception outperformed competitors in rural areas where other phones failed completely. Slowly, Nokia phones became synonymous with trust. By the early 2000s, the company wasn't just winning the market, it was defining it. The Nokia ringtone echoed across cities, offices, and classrooms around the world. Models like the Nokia 3310 became cultural icons, famous for durability almost to a mythical level. People joked you could drop it from a building and it would survive, and behind the jokes was a truth. Nokia products felt indestructible. Success followed, revenue grew, market share exploded, and competitors struggled to keep up. At its peak, Nokia controlled more than 40% of the global mobile phone market. No tech company today holds that level of dominance in hardware. The company released dozens of models every year, carefully targeting different audiences: affordable phones for emerging markets, business devices for professionals, fashion-oriented designs for younger users. Nokia mastered manufacturing efficiency. Factories operated at enormous scale. Supply chains stretched across continents. Retail partnerships ensured Nokia devices appeared everywhere, from small local shops to major electronics stores. Executives believed they had discovered the perfect formula: improve hardware, reduce costs, release more models, repeat, and for years it worked flawlessly. Quarter after quarter, Nokia grew stronger. Inside the company, confidence turned into certainty. Leadership believed they understood consumers better than anyone else. After all, customers kept buying Nokia phones. Why change a winning strategy? But technology rarely rewards stability for long. While Nokia dominated hardware, software quietly became the future of mobile devices. Inside Nokia, operating systems were complicated and fragmented. Different teams worked on competing platforms. Development slowed. Innovation required approvals from multiple management layers. Engineers later described the environment as increasingly bureaucratic. Ideas moved slowly. Risk-taking decreased. Some employees warned leadership that touchscreen interfaces would redefine mobile interaction, but executives believed physical keyboards were essential. Customers, they argued, wanted familiarity, it's not experimentation. Nokia continued refining buttons, shapes, and hardware durability. Meanwhile, competitors were investing in software ecosystems. The shift was subtle, almost invisible at first, but it would soon change everything. In January 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone. To many inside Nokia, the announcement didn't look threatening. The phone was expensive, it lacked features Nokia already offered, battery performance seemed weak, Executives reportedly dismissed it as a niche luxury device, but Apple wasn't competing in the same category. The iPhone transformed the phone into a software platform. Touch interaction replaced physical buttons. Applications expanded functionality endlessly. Updates improved devices after purchase. Phones were no longer static products, they became evolving experiences. Google soon launched Android, allowing multiple manufacturers to compete using a shared software ecosystem. Samsung and others adapted rapidly. Nokia hesitated. Instead of building a modern platform quickly, the company attempted to evolve its aging systems. Every delay widened the gap, and the market moved faster than Nokia's decision-making process. Sales began declining gradually, then suddenly, consumers shifted towards smartphones powered by iOS and Android. Developers built apps for ecosystems Nokia struggled to support. Customer expectations changed almost overnight. Nokia released new devices, but software limitations held them back. Confusing product strategies weakened brand clarity. Internal pressure increased. Leadership changes created uncertainty. In 2011, Nokia partnered with Microsoft, hoping Windows Phone could restore competitiveness. But momentum had already shifted. Developers prioritized larger ecosystems. Consumers followed innovation. By 2013, Nokia sold its mobile phone division to Microsoft for billions less than what the company had once been worth at its peak. The former king of mobile phones had lost the industry it helped create. Nokia didn't fail because it lacked talent, resources, or market power. It failed because it optimized for the world that existed, not the one that was coming. Success made change feel unnecessary, and by the time transformation became urgent, competitors had already rewritten the rules. Technology rarely destroys leaders instantly. Instead, it slowly shifts value away from what once mattered most. And companies that cannot adapt in time discover a harsh reality. Dominance is temporary. Innovation is permanent. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more business stories and company rises and falls. Leave a like if you want to see more videos like this, and tell me in the comments which company should be next.